Could your bedtime routine be silently putting your life at risk tonight? In the next 20 minutes, I'll reveal 5 deadly bedtime mistakes that cause thousands of senior deaths each year and show you exactly how to protect yourself starting tonight. There's one seemingly harmless sleep habit that emergency room doctors say increases your risk of fatal cardiac events by 340% during sleep. And 7 out of 10 seniors do it every single night. Theodore, a healthy 71-year-old retired engineer from Colorado, went to bed feeling perfectly fine on a Tuesday evening. His wife found him unresponsive the next morning after what appeared to be a peaceful night's sleep. The coroner later determined that a combination of his evening habits had triggered a fatal cardiac arrhythmia during the night. Mistake 1. Going to bed immediately after a large meal. Are you eating dinner and heading straight to bed within 2 hours? This common evening routine is creating a perfect storm for cardiac disaster while you sleep. When you lie down immediately after eating a large meal, you're forcing your heart to work overtime while your body is trying to rest and recover. Harvard Medical School research demonstrates that eating within 2 hours of bedtime increases your risk of heart attack during sleep by 55% and significantly elevates your chances of experiencing dangerous acid reflux that can trigger fatal cardiac arrhythmias. The digestive process requires substantial blood flow redirection to your stomach and intestines, which means less blood available for your heart and brain during the critical overnight recovery period. Your digestive system wasn't designed to process large meals while horizontal. When you lie down after eating, gravity can no longer assist in moving food through your digestive tract, causing food to remain in your stomach much longer than normal. Harvard researchers found that this prolonged digestion process increases intra-abdominal pressure, which directly impacts your diaphragm and can compress your heart and lungs. Additionally, lying down after eating allows stomach acid to flow back into your esophagus, creating acid reflux that can trigger dangerous vagal responses. These responses can cause sudden drops in heart rate or dangerous irregular heartbeats that prove fatal during sleep when your body's natural monitoring systems are less active. The positioning of your body after eating also affects your blood sugar levels in ways that can be particularly dangerous for seniors. When you lie down immediately after a meal, your body's ability to regulate blood sugar becomes impaired, leading to dangerous spikes that strain your cardiovascular system throughout the night. Harvard Medical School studies show that seniors who eat large meals before bed experience blood sugar fluctuations that can trigger inflammatory responses, increase blood clotting risks, and place excessive stress on an already aging cardiovascular system. These fluctuations are especially dangerous during sleep when your body's natural stress response mechanisms are diminished. Irene, a 73-year-old retired seamstress from Maine, experienced frightening heart palpitations every night until she realized they occurred only after her usual 8 p.m. dinner, followed by immediate bedtime. When she moved her dinner to 6 p.m. and had only a light snack if needed later, her palpitations disappeared completely within just 3 days. Wait at least 3 hours after eating your largest meal before lying down, and make dinner your lightest meal of the day rather than your heaviest. If you must eat something closer to bedtime, limit it to a small, easily digestible snack like a piece of fruit or a few crackers. Avoid high-fat, spicy or acidic foods in the evening, as these take longer to digest and are more likely to cause acid reflux when you lie down. Consider eating your main meal at lunch and having a lighter dinner to reduce the strain on your digestive and cardiovascular systems during sleep. Change your dinner timing starting tonight. Every evening you go to bed with a full stomach is another night you're putting unnecessary stress on your heart and increasing your risk of a fatal cardiac event during sleep. Mistake 2. Taking hot showers or baths right before bed. Do you enjoy a hot shower or bath just before getting into bed? This relaxing ritual might be the very thing that's putting your life in danger every single night. Hot water causes rapid vasodilation, which dramatically lowers your blood pressure and can trigger dangerous drops that lead to falls, fainting, or cardiac events. Mayo Clinic cardiovascular researchers have documented that hot baths or showers within 30 minutes of bedtime increase the risk of dangerous blood pressure fluctuations by 280% in adults over 65. The rapid temperature changes your body experiences when moving from hot water to a cooler bedroom can shock your cardiovascular system and trigger potentially fatal arrhythmias. When you immerse yourself in hot water, your blood vessels dilate rapidly to help your body cool down, causing blood to pool in your extremities and reducing the amount available for your vital organs. Mayo Clinic studies show that this vasodilation can cause blood pressure drops of 30 to 40 points within minutes, which is particularly dangerous for seniors whose cardiovascular systems are already compromised by age-related changes. The sudden drop in blood pressure reduces blood flow to your brain and heart, potentially triggering fainting episodes that can result in serious falls or cardiac stress that proves fatal. Additionally, the heat stress from hot water forces your heart to pump faster and work harder, placing additional strain on an organ that should be preparing for restorative sleep. The transition from hot water to your cooler bedroom creates additional cardiovascular stress that many seniors don't realize is dangerous. When you step out of hot water into cooler air, your blood vessels constrict rapidly to conserve heat, causing a sudden spike in blood pressure that can be just as dangerous as the initial drop. This rapid fluctuation between low and high blood pressure creates a roller coaster effect that strains your cardiovascular system and can trigger heart attacks, strokes, or dangerous arrhythmias. Mayo Clinic research indicates that these temperature-induced blood pressure swings are responsible for a significant number of bathroom-related cardiac events in seniors, many of which occur in the evening hours when people are preparing for bed. Russell, a 68-year-old retired farmer from Kansas, experienced dizzy spells and near-fainting episodes every evening after his hot baths. When he switched to warm water and took his baths 2 hours before bedtime, allowing his body temperature to normalize, his evening dizzy spells disappeared entirely and he felt much more stable on his feet. Take warm, not hot, baths or showers at least 2 hours before bedtime to allow your body temperature and blood pressure to stabilize before sleep. Keep water temperature below 100 degrees Fahrenheit and limit your time in warm water to no more than 15 minutes to prevent excessive vasodilation. If you must bathe closer to bedtime, use lukewarm water and sit down immediately after bathing until you feel completely steady on your feet. Consider installing grab bars in your bathroom and using a shower chair to prevent falls if you experience any dizziness during or after bathing. Adjust your bath temperature and timing immediately. Every hot bath or shower you take right before bed is potentially triggering dangerous cardiovascular stress that could prove fatal while you sleep. Mistake 3. Sleeping flat on your back without elevation. Do you sleep completely flat on your back every night? This sleeping position is silently choking off your oxygen supply and forcing your heart to work dangerously hard throughout the night. When you sleep flat without any elevation, gravity works against your respiratory system, causing your tongue and soft tissues to collapse backward and partially block your airway. Johns Hopkins sleep medicine research shows that sleeping completely flat increases sleep apnea episodes by 400% in seniors and reduces blood oxygen levels by an average of 15% throughout the night. These reduced oxygen levels force your heart to pump harder and faster to deliver adequate oxygen to your vital organs, creating dangerous strain that can trigger fatal cardiac events during sleep. Flat sleeping also impairs your body's ability to clear fluids from your lungs and respiratory system, leading to congestion that further restricts airflow and reduces oxygen intake. Johns Hopkins researchers have documented that seniors who sleep flat experience significantly more respiratory distress during sleep, including periods where breathing stops completely for dangerous lengths of time. These apnea episodes cause repeated drops in blood oxygen levels and spikes in blood pressure that strain your cardiovascular system throughout the night. The constant cycle of oxygen deprivation and recovery places enormous stress on your heart and brain, increasing your risk of heart attack, stroke, and sudden cardiac death during what should be restorative sleep. The flat sleeping position also affects your circulation in ways that can be particularly dangerous for seniors with existing cardiovascular conditions. When you lie completely flat, blood pools in your lower extremities and abdominal cavity, reducing the volume available for circulation to your heart and brain. Johns Hopkins circulation studies show that this positioning can reduce cardiac output by up to 20% during sleep, forcing your heart to work harder to maintain adequate blood flow to vital organs. Additionally, flat sleeping can worsen acid reflux, which can trigger vagal responses that cause dangerous changes in heart rhythm and blood pressure during sleep. Marlene, a 70-year-old retired librarian from Oregon, suffered from loud snoring and constant fatigue, despite sleeping 8 hours nightly. When she elevated the head of her bed by 6 inches using blocks under the bed frame, her snoring stopped, and her energy levels improved dramatically within just 1 week. Elevate the head of your bed by 6 to 8 inches using bed risers, blocks, or an adjustable bed frame to improve airflow and reduce the work your heart must do during sleep. Use multiple pillows or a wedge pillow to keep your upper body elevated if you cannot elevate your entire bed. Sleep on your side rather than your back when possible, as this position naturally keeps your airway more open and reduces the risk of sleep apnea episodes. Consider using a body pillow to help maintain side sleeping position throughout the night. Elevate your head before you sleep tonight. Every night you spend sleeping completely flat is another night of reduced oxygen levels and increased cardiac stress that could prove fatal while you sleep. Mistake 4. Keeping your bedroom too warm. Is your bedroom temperature above 70 degrees at night? This seemingly comfortable environment is actually creating dangerous thermal stress that forces your cardiovascular system to work overtime while you're trying to rest and recover. When your bedroom is too warm, your body must work constantly to cool itself down, causing your heart rate to increase and your blood vessels to dilate in an attempt to release excess heat. American Heart Association research demonstrates that sleeping in temperatures above 70 degrees increases nighttime heart rate by an average of 15 beats per minute and can trigger dangerous blood pressure fluctuations throughout the night. This increased cardiac workload during sleep prevents your heart from getting the rest it needs and significantly increases your risk of cardiac events. Warm sleeping environments also disrupt your body's natural temperature regulation cycle, which is crucial for healthy sleep and cardiovascular recovery. Your core body temperature naturally drops during sleep as part of your circadian rhythm, and this cooling process is essential for restorative sleep stages that allow your heart and blood vessels to repair and recover. American Heart Association studies show that when your bedroom is too warm, this natural cooling process is impaired, leading to fragmented sleep, increased stress hormone production, and elevated inflammation levels that damage your cardiovascular system over time. The disrupted sleep caused by overheating also prevents your body from properly regulating blood pressure and heart rate during the night. Overheating during sleep can also lead to dangerous dehydration that thickens your blood and increases your risk of clot formation. When you sleep in a warm environment, you lose significant amounts of fluid through perspiration, even if you don't notice you're sweating. This fluid loss concentrates your blood, making it thicker and more likely to form clots that can cause heart attacks or strokes. American Heart Association research indicates that seniors are particularly vulnerable to this dehydration effect because their bodies are less efficient at regulating temperature and maintaining proper fluid balance. Additionally, warm sleeping environments can trigger night sweats that further accelerate fluid loss and create dangerous electrolyte imbalances. Vernon, a 74-year-old retired mechanic from Texas, experienced restless nights and morning headaches until he realized his bedroom thermostat was set to 75 degrees. When he lowered it to 65 degrees and used a fan for air circulation, his sleep quality improved immediately and his morning headaches disappeared completely. Keep your bedroom temperature between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal sleep and cardiovascular health. Use fans to improve air circulation and help your body's natural cooling process work more efficiently. Choose lightweight, breathable bedding materials like cotton or bamboo that don't trap heat against your body during sleep. If you feel cold initially, use lightweight blankets that you can easily remove as your body temperature naturally drops during sleep rather than heating the entire room. Check and adjust your thermostat right now. Every night you sleep in an overheated room is another night of unnecessary cardiac stress and increased risk of fatal cardiovascular events during sleep. Mistake 5. Going to sleep dehydrated. Do you avoid drinking water before bed to prevent bathroom trips? This seemingly logical approach to reducing nighttime interruptions is actually creating a life-threatening situation that significantly increases your risk of fatal cardiac events during sleep. When you go to bed dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker and more concentrated, making it much more difficult for your heart to pump effectively and dramatically, increasing your risk of clot formation. Cleveland Clinic cardiovascular research shows that even mild dehydration increases blood viscosity by 12% and doubles the risk of dangerous clot formation during the long periods of immobility that occur during sleep. This thickened blood forces your heart to work much harder to circulate oxygen and nutrients throughout your body, creating dangerous strain that can trigger heart attacks or strokes while you sleep. Dehydration also disrupts your body's electrolyte balance, which is crucial for proper heart rhythm and blood pressure regulation during sleep. When you don't have adequate fluid levels, the concentration of sodium, potassium, and other essential minerals in your blood becomes imbalanced, leading to dangerous changes in heart rhythm that can prove fatal. Cleveland Clinic studies demonstrate that dehydrated seniors experience significantly more episodes of atrial fibrillation and other dangerous arrhythmias during sleep, particularly in the early morning hours when dehydration levels are typically at their worst. These rhythm disturbances can trigger sudden cardiac death or strokes when blood clots form in the irregularly beating heart chambers. The reduced blood volume that occurs with dehydration also impairs your kidney's ability to regulate blood pressure during sleep, leading to dangerous fluctuations that strain your cardiovascular system throughout the night. When you're dehydrated, your kidneys retain sodium to help maintain blood volume, which increases blood pressure and forces your heart to work harder against increased resistance. Cleveland Clinic research indicates that this combination of reduced blood volume and increased blood pressure creates a perfect storm for cardiovascular disasters during sleep. Additionally, dehydration reduces your blood's ability to carry oxygen efficiently, forcing your heart to pump faster and work harder to deliver adequate oxygen to your vital organs during the night. Constance, a 69-year-old retired nurse from Florida, experienced morning dizziness and felt weak upon waking despite getting adequate sleep. When she began sipping small amounts of water throughout the evening and stopping 1 hour before bed, her morning symptoms resolved and she felt much more energetic throughout the day. Sip small amounts of water throughout the evening hours rather than avoiding fluids entirely, but stop drinking fluids 1 hour before your planned bedtime to minimize sleep disruptions. Keep a glass of water by your bedside in case you wake up thirsty during the night, and take small sips rather than large drinks. Monitor your hydration status by checking the color of your urine. It should be pale yellow, not dark or concentrated. If you're concerned about nighttime bathroom trips, consider using a bedside commode or ensure your path to the bathroom is well lit and free of obstacles to prevent falls. Start proper hydration timing tonight. Every night you go to bed, dehydrated is another night of increased cardiac stress and elevated risk of fatal blood clots or heart rhythm disturbances during sleep. These 5 simple changes to your bedtime routine can literally save your life. Avoid large late meals, take cooler baths earlier in the evening, elevate your head while sleeping, keep your bedroom cool and comfortable, and maintain proper hydration without overdoing it before bed. Your heart and cardiovascular system will thank you for making these protective changes starting tonight. Which of these bedtime mistakes were you making? Share in the comments which change you're implementing tonight. If this information could save a life, please like this video and share it with other seniors who need these vital safety tips. Subscribe for more life-protecting health information designed specifically for seniors like you.